Hello friends, welcome to the world of project management and for an overview session on project communication process, that is monitor communications. Motto of this training is to share my experience in preparing for the PMP certification and have prepared few slides. Let's quickly move to our agenda for this session that we are going to discuss on what is monitor communication process and its ITTOs in more detail. That is the inputs, tools and techniques and outputs. It is the third and last process in the project communication management, and it is defined as monitor communication is the process of ensuring the information, needs of the project and its stakeholders are met. The main key benefit of this process is that the optimal information flow as defined in the communication management plan and the stakeholder engagement plan. Hope you understood about this definition and the key benefits. Let's quickly go with this ITTOs. In inputs, we have the project management plan, which consisting of the resource management plan, communication management plan and the stakeholder engagement plan. And coming to the project documents, we have the issue log, lessons learned register, project communications. And then third input, we have the work performance data. And also we have the enterprise environmental factors and the organizational process assets. And coming to tools and techniques, we have the expert judgment, the project management information system, that is PMIS, the data analysis technique, which consisting of the stakeholder engagement assessment matrix, and we have the interpersonal and team skills, which includes observation and conversation. And also we have the meetings. Coming to the outputs, we have the work performance information, change request, the project management plan updates, that's consisting of the communication management plan, and project management plan updates, which consisting of the communication management plan and the stakeholder engagement plan. And we also have the project document updates as an output, which consisting of the issue log, lessons learned registered and the stakeholder registered. Okay, fine. Let's discuss its inputs first in more detail, starting with the first input, that is project management plan, which consisting of the resource management plan, communication management plan and the stakeholder engagement plan. Let me explain one by one here. The resource management plan. The resource management plan can be used to understand the actual project organization and any changes through understanding of the roles and responsibilities and the project organization charts. Coming to communication management plan. The communication management plan contains the current plan for collecting, creating and distributing the information in a timely manner. And the last is stakeholder engagement plan. The stakeholder engagement plan identifies the communication strategies that are planned to engage the stakeholders. Hope you understood about this input of monitor communications. Let's move to the next input. We have the project documents, that's consisting of the issue log, lessons learned registered and the project documentation. Let me explain one by one here. Issue log. The issue log provides the project history, a record of stakeholder engagement issues and how they were resolved. This is about the issue log. Coming to lessons learned registered, lessons learned earlier in the project can be applied to the later phases in the project to improve the communication effectiveness, as I explained in my last session also. Coming to the project communications. Mainly this project communications provides the information about the communications that have been distributed. Hope you understood this input of monitor communication. Let's move to the next input, work performance data. This work performance data contains the data on the types and quantities of the communications that have actually been distributed. Hope you understood about this input. Let's move to the next input, enterprise environmental factors. The enterprise environmental factors consisting of the organizational culture, political, climate and governance framework, and also it includes the established communication channels, tools and systems. And also it includes the global, regional or local trends, practices or habits, and also it includes the geographical distribution of facilities and resources. Hope you understood about this input of monitor communication. Let's move to the next input. We have the OPAs, that is organizational process assets. In the organizational process assets, we have the corporate policies and procedures for social media, ethics and security, the organizational communication requirements, can have the standardized guidelines for development, exchange, storage and retrieval of the information, and also we can have the historical information and the lessons learned repository from the previous project. And also we can have the stakeholder and communication data and information from the previous project. So this all includes in the organizational process assets as part of this process. Okay, fine. Hope you understood about this, all the inputs of the monitor communications. Let's move to the tools and techniques. In the tools and techniques, we have the first expert judgment. As I explained earlier, expertise should be considered from the individuals or groups with some specialized knowledge or training in some of the areas, such as the communication with the public, with the community, or with the media and in international environment, or between the virtual groups, or the communications and the project management systems. Hope you understood about this technique of monitor communications. Let's move to the next technique. We have PMIS, that is Project Management Information System. The Project Management Information System provides a set of standard tools for the project manager to capture, to store, to distribute the information to internal and external stakeholders with the information they need according to the communication plan. Hope you understood this. Let's move to the next technique, data analysis. That's consisting of the stakeholder engagement assessment matrix. This stakeholder engagement assessment matrix can provide the information about the effectiveness of the communication activities. Hope you understood this technique of the monitor communication. Let's move to the next technique, interpersonal and team skills, which consisting of the observation or conversations. Let me explain this. The discussions and the dialogues with the project team helps to determine the most appropriate way to update and communicate the project performance and respond to requests from the stakeholders for the information. And this observation and conversation enables the project manager to identify the issues within the team, conflicts between the people, or individual performance issues. Hope you understood about this technique of monitor communications. Let's move to the next technique, meetings. As I explained earlier, meetings includes a face-to-face or virtual. These meetings are used for decision making, or can be used for responding to the stakeholder request, or can be used for having the discussions with the suppliers, vendors, or the other project stakeholders. Okay, hope you understood about all these tools and techniques of the monitor communications. Let's move to its outputs. First, with the output, work performance information. Mainly this work performance information includes the information on how the project communication is performing by comparing the communications that were implemented compared to those that were already planned. Hope you understood this. Let's move to the next output. We have the change request. As I explained, the monitor communication process often results in the need for adjustment, action, and intervention on the communication activities defined in the communication management plan, and any changes are processed through this area has to go through the PICC process, that is Perform Integrated Change Control process. Hope you understood this. Let's move to the next output. We have the project management plan updates consisting of the communication management plan and the stakeholder engagement plan. Let me explain one by one. First, with communication management plan. The communication management plan is updated with the new information to make the communication more effective. Coming to the stakeholder engagement plan. The stakeholder engagement plan is updated to reflect the actual situation of the stakeholders, their communication needs, and their importance. Hope you understood this technique of monitor communications. Let's move to the next output. We have the project document updates, which includes the issue log, lessons learned registered, and the stakeholder registered. Let me explain one by one here. First, with issue log. Mainly this output issue log is updated with the new information on issues raised, their progress, and the resolutions. Coming to the lessons learned registered. This output, lessons learned registered, may be updated with the causes of issues, reasons behind the corrective action chosen, and other communication lessons learned as appropriate. Coming to the last, stakeholder registered. This output, the stakeholder registered, may be updated with the revised stakeholder communication requirements. Hope you understood about all these outputs of the monitor communications. So we have completed all the ITTOs of the inputs, tools and techniques and outputs of the monitor communications. Before closing the session, let's recap of all the important concepts which we have discussed here. First with, we need to consider the primary output of the plan communication process is the communication management plan, which is very important. Second consideration, the many people forgot communications between different projects. This is a key area. Second one. Coming to the third one, we need to memorize the calculations for number of possible project communication channels. We have the different, we have the formulas such as n into n minus 1 by 2. The next consideration is, we need to consider the best means of communicating each item in the communication management plan. The communication technology. This completes our last session on the project communication management knowledge area. Hope this complete session is easy and understandable. Fine. Let's discuss more detail on the next knowledge area, that is project risk management, which is an important one, in the next video. Kindly provide your feedback on the given email ID, and please subscribe my channel if you like this video and share with your friends. Bye for now. It's your Anil Kumar Dharam.